Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to Domina. We are trying to play just as much as we can. I know you guys really enjoyed this game last time, and a lot of you asked to see even more of it, and I can understand why. I mean, this is just a fun game to watch. Now, I've got some good news and some bad news that I've discovered while playing the game. The bad news is you can't slow down the battles. It's just not a possibility, and it is kind of annoying, to be honest with you. I think just a little bit. Nonetheless, it's a very, very fun game. We're going to keep playing for sure. We're going to try to do our best to really get as far as we can in this Let's Play. Unfortunately, as far as I know so far, there's not a save feature in the game, which is kind of frustrating. But we're going to try to do our best. Now, one thing I want to do is get my guys some decent weapons, even though this is going to cost quite a lot to do. We've got to make sure that they have some decent weapons, some protection for their arms, etc. This guy right here, Paciencias of Scotia, is pretty tough, and obviously I believe from Scotland. Scotia, is that the ancient name for Scotland? I could be wrong. We're hoping that he can put up a nice fight here. Now, we also need to keep training the rest of these guys, Paciencias as well. But I could also make the basically our trainer train them. But right now I'm going to go ahead and try to fight them just, up close and personal. I'm going to put Caninos. He's our best gladiator right now, despite the fact that Paciencias has a really nice helmet, and try to see if we can't get a victory with him. So there is some form of control in this game. That means that in some cases you can control your gladiator, but you need to unlock mind control first, and we don't have that. So all we're trying to do is try and be as successful as possible in these games. Obviously, you guys wanted to see more, so make sure to smash that like button and share the video. And look at that, our glorious gladiator won that battle, Caninos. We also got some slaves out of this. Claude is the name of one slave, and Claude and Septimus. So I'm going to go ahead and start focusing on humility. I'm also going to let them enable automatic gladiator training. This will make sure that I don't have to select training for them. We have limited resources, but we've definitely got to go ahead and start purchasing a new gladiator class, or a new gladiator, I should say. So I'm not going to give him the best weapon. Well, I'll give him just a regular gladius, because we need to be able to afford things like helmets, leg armor, obviously skirts, cock sheaths, as some people call them. And yes, that's what they're called. And we need to just do our best. So we're trying to set these guys up with some decent stuff. I can't set them all up at once, and actually freeing them will greatly improve the other gladiators' respect for me. So we might free some of these slaves. We might even have to sell some of these gladiators eventually to be able to pay for the next set of gladiators, that is. I'm actually going to go ahead and grant freedom to Septimus of Germania, and this should improve the actual respect of my other gladiators. I'm going to also start healing the gladiators that get into fights so that they're ready for the next fight. Come on, men, make your owner proud. As the Domina, must do my absolute best to try and get the respect of my men, but also to keep getting more slaves to train into better warriors. So now we're facing 3 gladiators. This definitely makes me a little more concerned. And once again, the victory here is only going to be 130 gold and 2 slaves, and the host is Legate Brutidus Niger. So we need to keep trying to fight in these games, essentially, to regain our respect. Now, unfortunately, this is a bad situation. We're only allowed to select one gladiator. I'm almost certain he's going to get killed, so we're going to take Thryax, and we're facing 3 enemy gladiators. Now, I can reject these terms, and I am going to reject them, because that's not fair. 1 guy against 3. The fact is, though, we also need to survive on food and water for all this time, but we're gaining skills as we wait. I don't want to force my men into a fight they're going to lose. So we're not going to just accept those terms, even though we're probably going to piss off the guy that owns that arena. We'll figure it out next time, because we need these guys to be strong for this fight. And if we just get our men killed for no reason, we're not helping anybody, especially not ourselves. Let's go ahead over here to the Dottore. We'll get mind control. This allows us to actually control one of the gladiators on the field. Getting a little better at controlling these guys, but honestly, it's not ever easy. I mean, you need to use WASD, right mouse button defends, left mouse button attacks, and only 1 allowed. Now, this is creepy. Only 1 allowed against 2 other gladiators. I could accept the terms or reject the terms. Looks like I have to reject the terms here if I don't pick a gladiator. Duh. I'm going to take Paciencias, and I'm going to hope that this guy wins, because he's worth 409 coins. He's a very, very good gladiator. If he can beat these 2 men, that would be huge. But I think the odds are against him, although he does have some pretty good armor. Come on, you can do this, man. You can do it. Paciencious with the victory. Unbelievable. He got a great victory there. We won 2 more slaves. You guys know what that means. And he also gained a bunch of essentially skills. We're going to heal him. He needs to be healed, and we're going to start probably training one of these other guys. Lulius looks good. Eventually, we'll unlock these other classes, the Murmillo class. For those of you that know a little bit about gladiatorial fights, you know that there's a number of different gladiator classes you can use. So we do want to unlock the best we can, but we also want to leave enough money left over for food, water, etc. And right now we're down to 1, so we need to get to that next battle soon. 1 coin is bad. I could take this guy Potulus and sell him, and it's only 4 gold, but it's going to be enough to at least buy some food and water in case we run out of that during this training period. A new garment is discovered to have a stain on it. Having never worn it, you return it to the textile merchant to complain. He maintains the garment was free of stains, and as such, he is not obligated to replace it or refund your money. We're going to engage the magistrate to sort it out. He's tired of being brought into your petty business disputes, and we leave the shop empty-handed, unfortunately. But at least we didn't lose any of our gladiators, and they continue to gain that strength. I'm also going to buy some water at the market here, because once again, not only do the gladiators need to drink water and eat food, but so do we. We can't survive without food and water, and I think that's pretty much an end game, if I'm not mistaken. And once again, this game does not have a save feature right now. So we've got to do our absolute best with what we have, and we definitely need to win the next games, get some gold to be able to afford stuff. So here we go. Pick your gladiators, and we'll go ahead. We'll pick the gladiator. I am going to take, once again, Paciencious. It's usually good to train a bunch of your gladiators, but this guy's so good that I want to fight with him again. And we do get to control him, so wish me luck here, because I'm not great at controlling the gladiators, to be totally honest with you. But I'm going to do my best, guys, against Spurious. And we've got less health than he does. Boom. I'm going to use my shield to protect. Boom. Oh, yes, he has surrendered. So I'm learning slowly but surely how to control the gladiators. 142. We got 1 slave here, Javelinus. We could turn him into a gladiator, or we could free him and try to improve the respect of our other gladiators. I want to make sure that everybody is fairly healthy. We actually lost very little health in that fight. Let's go ahead and reward some wine. We've got plenty of wine, so we're going to give some wine here to Throix. Actually, to Claude. Let's remember, good old Claude. And we're going to take Javelinus and select the Throix class. Actually, before I do that, I want to go over here and start training my aimed attack. I do believe that eventually we can train new gladiator types, but we might need to wait for that. That might not be in the game yet. So for now, I'm just going to try to make sure this guy can fight just basic fights. So let's get him a cock piece. Unfortunately, that's what it's called. Maybe a better helmet. We can actually get an even better helmet. Even better. We'll give him the Dead Man Sizer. So that's going to be pretty cool. 35 coins. We're starting to get a pretty nice group of gladiators here, and hopefully we'll get some tougher battles. Obviously, the more battles you start to win, the more respect you start to gain in the arena. There's a lot more you can actually do as a gladiator, or as a Domina, an owner of gladiators here. Jupiter's Blessings. This I don't know much about, but we might be able to place this card on any entity to reply. Oh, let's see. Okay, so defensive priority, we can give this to Narcissus. Stamina recovery, we can give this to Javelinus. Hold ground, so these are really cool. We can actually give these to our gladiators to improve things. Now, I'm not sure how quickly they actually, respawn, but hopefully they do pretty soon here. So once again, we're in a fight. We're only allowed 1 gladiator. This is tough, and could put my best guy up again. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to have to put Throix back. We're fighting 2 enemies. I'm going to accept the terms, and I'm going to be, of course, controlling this guy once again. I hope I do a good job. I believe G is the key for surrender, but I'm not 100% correct, 100% right on that. And there we go. We actually managed to make him lose his shield. Let's go. Oh, yes, we killed one. And the other one, we managed to force a surrender, guys, winning even more money and more slaves, and another card. So I guess we actually win cards through this, which is pretty amazing. Eumenius is probably going to become a gladiator, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to give him some armor. We're going to give him a weapon. I'm really looking, though, for better fights because we really need these better fights to gain more gold, more slaves, etc., etc. So I'm really hoping that we get a decent fight next. Got a pretty good shield for this guy. We should give him some better greaves. But again, this all costs money, and you know, if it costs money, that's not usually good. I'm going to heal this guy, and I'm just going through my gladiators. Some of them are pretty easy to please with a little bit of wine and coin. This guy, I'm going to grant his freedom because he's not really useful to us, and that's going to show our other gladiators that they can also be free. Heal above 50% because attack damage increased of 50%. We're going to give the Curse of Mystice to Passienus. Now, this is the problem. He's going to not be able... No, I don't know if I wanted the Curse of Mystice, but we've given it to him. It's too late. I'll try to heal him. After a brutal military loss, the Legati is missing. He's rumored to be held captive in a Gaul camp nearby. Now, we could try to reason with the leader. We could offer 13 coin or let him perish. We'll attempt... Well, let's offer 13 coin. The Legati's returned here. Carry is badly injured, but he will survive. I hope he respects the fact that we just helped him out a bunch. In fact, we're going to send some wine to him, and as you can see, he's satisfied. Let's send some more wine. He's content. And maybe 10 wine this time. Really want to get this guy on our side because we can purchase gladiators from him, and eventually, if our gladiators get strong enough, we can force him to offer patronage to these gladiators. So yeah, I think this Curse of Mystice has really screwed with our friend Passienus. He's going to have to basically take no hits during a fight, and that's definitely scary. So maybe we should give one of our other gladiators a chance, and you can see now that our actual... winnings are increasing. So I'm going to put Cananinus in this fight, see how he does. We'll accept the terms. There's no animals. Sometimes there's animals on the field. Sometimes you get chained. In this case, there's not. So Cananinus doesn't have as good of a weapon. He's got a shorter weapon than Passienus does. But I'm still going to try to win. 50-50. Oh, boy. Boom! Sliced him. Actually sliced his arm off and got a victory with Cananinus. And won some slaves. Also, we got a weapon steward and some gold coins. Now, I want to see over here. Recover cards. Place a card and I need to recover applied cards. Beautiful. So I don't want the Curse of Mystice to affect Passienus anymore. We're going to go ahead and take a look here and heal him. This could take a while, guys. We can't just heal automatically. It does take some time. But these other guys, I'm thinking we could start giving them some armor as well. Aruntius, we're going to make him a Thryax. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to give him some pauldrons as well, even though we don't usually do that. And basically set him up to be a fighter because we want to start having larger fights. But as you can see, our food and water's running out. We need to buy some more food and water at the marketplace. Get food, water. They're not too expensive, but over time, obviously, that price goes up. And I hope Passienus, yes, he's definitely regaining that health. Again, another idea is selling guys like Passienus, these really strong gladiators, to get even better ones in future fights or to save up so that you can survive for a lot longer. Now, once again, we've got a pretty serious fight here. One gladiator versus one gladiator, but nothing crazy, of course. I'm going to, once again, put one of our new guys in. Let's put in Eumenius. So we will accept the terms. Now, the enemy is chained in this fight. That gives us a little bit of an advantage. But with such a short sword and with the enemy with such an awesome shield, I'm not sure we can do this that well. Okay. Oh, just going in for the attack. No! We were killed in this fight, guys. Stabbed in the stomach. And obviously losing Eumenius is not going to help us at all. We've got 5 days left to the next battle. Now, another thing we could do is we could challenge one of the tougher gladiators over here in the map of games. But I'm not sure it would actually work out for us very well. So, the weapons lose 50% less HP in battle. We're going to give that to our best, of course. And as for Tyrannius here, I'm going to have to sell him. Now, I think putting gladiators to death is made to scare the other gladiators into submission, but I can't be 100% certain of that. And one of the upsetting parts about this game, I hate to say, is the fact that we don't get, unfortunately, to, how could I put this? We don't get to save the game, as far as I can tell. So I'm going to put in Passienus, of course, and actually I forgot to heal Cananinus, which is a noob mistake. So we're going to put in Aruntius, and we are going to fight this battle. I'm going to be controlling Patientius, but at least we've got a 2 versus 2 fight, which should win us some slaves, some cash, to just keep growing our gladiator army. So here we go. I will be controlling Patientius. Come on, boy. Get him, Patientius. All right, one is dead. We're going to let our friend try to take out the other one, and great fighting there. And look at that. The crowd is throwing things at us. Sometimes if you go in with just one of the slaves that has no weapons, the crowd will actually throw weapons to them, and they'll end up getting better stuff than what you're using right now. So that's definitely something to consider. I just want to make sure everybody's in a decent mood. If not, we can reward some coins. We'll heal this guy. We'll reward him with some coins as well. But I hate to say, before the end of this Let's Play, we're definitely going to put Patientius in a fight against one of the best gladiators. We're also going to go ahead and create a new gladiator over here. And get him a decent weapon. Finally, there we go. Equip a nice shield. Let's get him one of the best helms that we can afford. And we will close. So right now we're in a decent situation. I think we should spend the rest on food and water. Alright, close. And the problem now is that we're out of coins, so we really need to win the next few fights. I'm going to sell Attius of Parthia at the market just to make back some coins, because even being low on coins shows your gladiators that you're losing favor, and they don't like that one bit. Right now, they're healing Patientius. I need to keep focusing on aim defense, if I can. We need gold for this. So we're going to need to win another battle and really start focusing on those main attributes and skills. But at least we're healing our best gladiators here. A battle is 1 day away, and once again, 2 enemy gladiators. One of them seems to have a net, if I'm not mistaken. I forget the name of that type of gladiator, but he is definitely one to watch out for. So we're going to put Patientius, my favorite, in. He's lost some value, and I'm not sure why that is. Could just be because of the amount of fights he's been in. I'm really not sure, but we're going to accept the terms. We're going to try to grab another victory, but this time we are chained, which makes it a lot harder for us to deal damage to the enemy and makes it much easier for them to approach us. So let's see if we can go ahead and still do well. Kill them, kill them. Beautiful. Spare me, he says. He wants to be spared, and after that absolute slaughter, taking away his shield, I can see why he wants to be spared. So there we go. We got a cursed shield, extreme bronze shield. One thing we can also do, like I said, is we can put these slaves into battle, force them to fight, and sometimes the crowd will actually assist us. A moneylender approached us regarding a loan that your father had taken. We'll pay it back. I mean, the fact is we are the Domina. Our father left us his house. We're going to trust him this time. We don't have any money for legal matters, to be quite honest. Rebuff, get faster after hitting opponent's defense. We're going to just keep giving this to Patientius. I'm really trying to make this guy unbelievably strong. And in fact, we'll get the next shield class and the next class of pauldrons. So we're putting a lot of money into him. Obviously, if we're going to face one of the best gladiators, we need to be prepared. And with the battle 9 days away, we also need some food and water. So let's go ahead and get that. No gold now, so we're going to sell this gladiator. And we're going to grant freedom to Serranus. Maybe a mistake, but I'm going for it this time. Here we go, 7 days away, guys, and don't forget, if you like this video, if you like this series, make sure to hit that like button and show your appreciation, because like I said, once we stop, we can't save, as far as I know. As you can see, resume game, game options, that's it, game options. There's no slowing down, by the way. Somebody asked me that. There just isn't. Hopefully they'll put that in. Again, this is an early access game, so there's still a lot to add, I'm sure. But that's definitely something I'd like to see as well, because I want to see the battle take place. I want to see the time slowed down so we can actually see the weapons being slashed, etc. But right now, it's just not an option. We need to thank our lucky stars that at least we have enough food and water to get through the next day. And obviously, the more gladiators you have, the more that's going to go down, all the time. So we're gaining some basic strength here, and we're also gaining a lot of respect with the host, with Legate Brutius Niger. I'm going to go ahead and pick my gladiators. Of course, I'm going to take my buddy, and we need to heal the gladiators next turn, and I'm going to take Javelinus. So let's go ahead and hope we do well. We're, of course, in control of Patientius. No obstacles, so it's just a regular 2v2 fight. There should at least be like a continue game option, but there's none of that either. So Patientious, get into battle. Come on, son. Come on. Oh, Patientious was downed. Now, that's just bad luck right there. Not only did we lose Patientious, I'm trying to avoid death by clicking, but I'm just not clicking hard enough. But Patientious, our guy surrendered. Patientious is dead, so we've lost one of our best gladiators. We do get a consolation prize for our dead gladiators. Obviously, not the greatest situation in the world. Not something we'd want. A homeless drunkard grabs your arm in the street and says he knows you. You're without a bodyguard. Tell him to feast on your cock and kick him in the groin and run. Well, we don't have a cock, but was a cousin to the magistrate. When he hears of your behavior, he publicly denounced it, but secretly applauds you. The magistrate has wanted to kick that man in the groin for years. So that's pretty cool. But as you can see, losing Patientious, when you in this game lose your favorite gladiators, it's tragic. It really is. You feel terrible, but there's just nothing you could do about it, and it's part of the game. It's really part of the life of leading a gladiator school. So let's at least look at our other guys. We're going to heal these guys. Anybody who needs to be healed. So far, they're agreeable, and I can accept that. I can live with that. Satisfied. Ooh, this guy can't be healed. I'm not sure if he has a permanent wound, but let's also focus on aim defense here with our trainer. Hopefully he can train that with these guys for quite a while, and even if we die here, I am going to force one of our best gladiators, the best one we have, to fight against the champion. We'll probably lose the fight, but I think it's worth it so you guys can at least see what that's like and just see how quickly we get our asses kicked. But I really think to fight those champions, you need to win a number of fights, 20 or 30 maybe, with one gladiator, build his defense level and his fighting spirit up to incredible proportions. And as you can see, we just got way too confident there and got our asses kicked pretty simply. Researching things like blade control, very, very important stuff as well. We're going to go ahead and try to do that. The next battle's in 4 days. We're going to do one more normal battle, and then we'll wrap it up with, of course, the final battle against one of the champions, which I don't think we can win, but if we do, I think the rewards are pretty amazing. So we'll see what we can do. We'll see if we get lucky. It's very unlikely, though. Here we go. Next battle 1 day, and we're just facing one gladiator, so we're going to be controlling our own guy. And the winnings are some gold. So I'm going to pick, right now our best gladiator is Caninus. He does have a victory under his sleeve. So we'll accept the terms and hope that Caninus can beat the enemy here. He is chained, but that doesn't make me feel much better. And this is definitely a game bug because I can't control him. I can't control him. There we go. I don't know what Caninus was doing, but here we go. And the people start booing when he won't fight. Get out there, they say. I got him again. There we go. Easy kill. Just very, very slowly getting that kill. And there we go. Caninus gaining some gold, gaining some wine, and a few slaves, as well as bleed resist. That may have been what killed our initial gladiator. Who knows? But now it's time to finish off. The magistrate drunkenly stumbles into your village demanding horse and wine. Get him horse and wine. Why not? After a few hours of whoring and dreaming, the magistrate drifts into a dreamless state. You take the opportunity to cruelly draw a small penis on his face. I like that. That's pretty funny. So let's heal our friend here. And unfortunately, he's going to be going into a serious battle. So we're going to give him the best he can hope for. Truly give him a warrior's end, because I don't think he'll survive this one. But we'll try to set him up with the best shield, etc. that we can. And it's very simple. We're going to hope that he wins this fight. Caninus. Now we're out of food as well. So what do? We've got to sell this guy and get some food and water. Now we're out of coin. We could sell another slave here and get some more food and water. And I am going to go ahead, guys, and try to face one of the major gladiators. So this one is a Rumble in the Jungle. It's not too expensive to join, but it's obviously tough. Champion Fabianus the Executioner, a hideous monster who is thought to have punched his own father's soul into pulp during a barroom brawl. And you can see this guy has 500 HP. Now, interestingly enough, in this fight, we can select 3 gladiators. That wasn't the case before, so I'm going to select 3 of my best gladiators. I still don't think we have a chance, but 3 versus 1 are acceptable terms. And 12 days of preparation just to get into this fight. And as you can see, the arena is new. It's a big arena, a massive arena, almost like a hippodrome. And we're going to try to beat this guy. Once again, I can't control this guy. I don't know why, but he easily killed my other two gladiators. Oh, and as you can see, 33, but we're not doing nearly enough damage to kill him. Oh, we definitely did a lot of damage, but not enough to win. Oh, oh, come on. Oh, come on. You were so close. You were so close. Well, not really. He's at 150, but still, we were definitely doing some damage to him. Oh, no, no. Caninus wins. And now we have to try to avoid death, of course, because if we can hit the buttons fast enough, he'll actually spare our lives. But right now, it's almost impossible. We're playing at like medium difficulty, so even at medium difficulty, it's tough. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this game. I know you guys are liking it, so hit that like button, subscribe, share. Hopefully there'll be some more updates soon where we can start saving, where we have less crashes in the game. I know that's a big issue a lot of people have been having, and definitely an annoying one. But this game has so much promise. That much I know. In fact, this is just one of those games that I just really feel could be one of the top games on Steam. But we'll have to see how it goes. We'll have to see how the creators treat it, how much love they give to it. But make sure to give me that love. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button if you're not. And drop a comment about these fights. I think we did pretty good on this one. We obviously could have done better. And I think we almost won that final fight. So we should try that again in the next Let's Play if we get to it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Have an awesome, awesome day.